Hey, it's Kurt with KH Model Works. Welcome to the final reveal video for my buddy build with David Chin. We both built the Messerschmitt BF109 G10 kit from Revell. The kit's 1/48 scale. So let me turn on the carousel and then I'll tell you all about it. Okay, round and round she goes, just like all my final reveal videos. Hopefully it stays in frame and it can stay in focus. So, what about this kit? Well, this kit was initially released in 1978, and it greatly exceeded my expectations. The kit has engraved panel line detail, which was a big deal in the 70s, and very welcome was the fit was very good, and I really had to do only a very minimum of sanding and filling. I only used a very small amount of putty on this kit. Frankly, it was probably one of the easiest kits I've ever built. I painted the model with Mr. Color lacquers. The modeled camouflage scheme was achieved with freehand airbrushing, as well as the camouflage on the wings. That top hard line there between the gray and then the much lighter gray, I had to mask that with Tamiya masking tape. Also masked off the yellow areas. The fit, then the final fit and construction of this model is also pretty easy. One thing that I always have trouble with are landing gear. It's hard sometimes to get them at the right angle and stuff, but this one, it was engineered with pegs that would only fit in one way, so you couldn't mix up the left and the right landing gear. The wheels, the pegs for the wheels were angled as such where like you got the right angle on the wheel that's required. So there's no problem with getting the wheels crooked. And then there's little things like the antennas and the counterbalance weights on the ailerons, which are usually kind of hard. Most kits are just like a little tiny hole for it. These were engineered with like a big square peg that you put the part in. It was so easy, and it was usually I lose the antennas or they break off in seconds. But this one, it's sturdy enough where that was definitely not a problem. And the kit's decals were also pretty good. They were thin. There was no silvering, and I didn't really have to go to much extremes. I just used a micro set and micro sol. Didn't have to do anything heroic to get the decals to settle down. The only drawback, the only problem was some of the painting instructions for the inside, things like the cockpit and the wheel wells, were kind of vague. So I had to check some references, and actually what I ended up doing was just checking the instruction sheet from a different BF109 kit from Edward. So that was the only drawback to this kit. But overall, it was easy to assemble. It's detailed enough to be interesting, but it's not so much detail that it's fiddly. So it was really, really fun to build, and it was just what I needed, because I had a series of pretty challenging builds and frustrating builds. So I needed something fun. So, in conclusion, just a great big thank you to David Chin for the kit, and for reaching out to do Buddy Build 3. This was just what I needed. So, David, thank you, and I hope we can do it again next year. That's all I have. So thanks again to David, and thanks to each and every one of you for watching, and I'll see you next time.